Hello everyone. So today is going to be my review of the Juzear Defiant, and so we're gonna do this like I do my TikTok reviews, with the same order and same, thought process. So I'm gonna just talk about if I bought this IEM or I got sent it. I bought this IEM about, I think probably last year when it released. Like it literally was like the day it released. I've been through like 2 batches of it because my old one over here broke due to bad QC. Let's go get that. It's here. So my old Juzear Defiant. So the issues I had with it were that this entire nozzle fell off, and the right DD failed, or it had channel imbalance. So yeah, just keep that in mind when you're buying your Juzear Defiants. Now this is a first batch unit, so I don't know if they fixed the QC on it, but yeah, just keep that in mind when you're buying your Juzears. So in terms of appearance, I think that this set actually looks pretty flipping cool. Like, I really like the jade green. It's really unique compared to other greens on the market, because a lot of other greens, they sort of have just like this, it's mostly black, to be honest, with like a bit of yellow on like the Arcadia, or on the SR9 it's like a bit of just mixed with some yellow, like right here, just mixed with some yellow. So it's pretty cool that we just get a consistent green. I like that it's resin for one thing, because with this set, I feel that if it was CNC, it would bump the price up too much. So honestly, I don't mind that it's resin. The resin does look pretty cool. It's just shaped well. I like the angular shape of it. One thing, the appearance section. This isn't the stock cable. I'll go over the actual stock cable in a second. I don't actually have it on me because I lent it to a friend with the KBO2. So that's going to be, actually, I'll go over that now. So the accessories of the set is actually like pretty good. Like, I'm pretty sure they give you like 3 narrow, 3 wide, and then 1 set of foams. The foams they give you are actually really good. The tips they give you are good, but the thing that irks me about the set the most is the stock cable. I think the stock cable is really bad. It has like this really loose hook, which I've seen from a lot of people that it causes a lot of issues actually. So yeah, just be wary of that. Overall pretty good accessories, just that cable's just bad, so I would recommend getting aftermarket like I've done with both my Defiants. So yeah, now over to the sound. I'll put the graph on the screen right now. So this set is very fun, like it's supposed to be a very energetic set. So the sub bass has a pretty good amount of tactility. It's a pretty lean like sub bass extension mixed with the mid bass. The mid bass doesn't really take much emphasis. There's not much bloom. It's mostly like a sub bassy set. The tactility is very good. It's pretty quick, mostly because there's not much mid bass bleed. The mid bass doesn't have much punch. When I initially used this on my Echo Mini, I actually bumped up the mid bass a bit, just to give it a bit more emphasis. But honestly, now I like how the set sounds on its own, and for its genre set, which I'll tell you guys after, it's actually pretty good. Going over to mid-range, though the lower mids, they're not super thin at all. They're pretty clear, leading fullish, not fully warm. But I would say they're like probably leaning more full than clear. They have some fullness to give male vocals some emphasis. Pretty nice. The resolution of the mid-range is pretty good too. Upper mids are pretty, like, they're not as high as like other sets. I've seen people say the upper mids on this are bit much. I didn't actually notice that at all. I think it's a pretty like smooth upper mid range. It's pretty nice actually. It's pretty, like, you can scale this a bit, like a little. I would scale it fully, because the treble, which I'll get into, is a bit harsh for some people, depending on your HRTF. But yeah, this is actually it's a pretty good air gain. So presence region, I think it's actually quite like natural. The presence doesn't sound metallic at all. In my experience, it's actually pretty good. Not soft. I wouldn't say it's soft, because if it was soft, it wouldn't have this like sort of bright colored nature. But it definitely has a bit of like like it just sounds pretty smooth. Mid trebles, like the 8K peak, I think the 8K peak is done actually really nicely. It's got this mix of like sparkle without it sort of making your experience of the set kind of discomforting. The sparkle, I think it actually serves more of a supportive role compared to the air extension. The air extension is really good, but yeah, the 8K peak, it sort of depends on the person. I've heard some people say that it's really bright, but for me, I don't really notice it that much. That just might be because of my HLTF, but you know, just take that into account. It might sound a bit brighter for you, it might sound a bit smoother for you, it depends. Air extension, this set pulls a lot of details. It's very good in terms of air extension. You get a lot of, the imaging's really good as well, but yeah, it pulls a lot of micro details. I'd say it's probably on par with the Hexa, maybe a little bit better, but yeah, it's pretty nice overall in terms of the air extension. The air extension has a bit of like a breathy like sense to the vocals, which is why I kind of like that the vocals aren't too lower mid centric, because I think if that was the case, it would cause the vocals to sound a bit, you know, just full, and combined with the air, it would sort of give it a bit of a weird like mix. The only reason the SR9 does it well is because the SR9 sort of has like a scoop at the upper mids, at like the 1K rise, so it sort of gives it some like leeway with the warmth. So yeah, it's like the way I describe this set is it's sort of like, it's definitely U-shaped. It's very U-shaped because it's got a very large sub-bass extension with a lead mid-bass. The mid-range is still somewhat fullish, not leading warm or clear, just sort of in the middle. And then it's got a very bright air extension with a decently bright 8K peak. So yeah. Going over the fit, so this IEM, I've heard a lot of mixed things from people. I think it's very comfortable. That might just be because of the tips I'm using. I'm using some tips from, I forgot, I don't know how to say the brand, I'm not gonna lie, but I'm getting sent an IEM from them as well, so I'll review that as well on this channel. But yeah, it's actually a very nice fit. I think that the shell itself does a very good job at that. The way the actual nozzle is angled is actually pretty nice as well. I think there could be some issues with some people with pressure points, noticeably this like corner right here. I think this is what people are kind of having an issue about. There's like, because normally on some sets, there's like a very aggressive peak here to compensate, or it's very smoothed out. It being sort of this middle ground might cause some issues, but I'm not sure. Overall, I think the fit's fine. The only issue with the fit, I'd say, is that the fit could have some issues with the cable that comes stock, which I've already said. The stock cable isn't very good. It's very loose. For me specifically, I didn't even use it when I first got it, but then I went back to it and tried it on like a different IEM, like the KBO2, and I also tried it on this as well, but it's just not great that it sort of has this looseness to it, because if you're using this IEM for a long period of time and then the hook sort of dislodges, it could cause the IEM to fall out your ear because of the weight. So just really keep that in mind when using this set. I would highly recommend getting an aftermarket cable. This one from xinhs is really good with the set because I think it sort of compensates for the weight of this IEM nicely, because it's not too heavy and this cable is very lightweight. It just gives this really nice, it just gives it like a really nice